NFT ART TALK, where we are live daily talking to you about NFT art, music, fashion, culture, and all the things and artists that inspire us. That's what we're here to do. We are here every day. If you're new to the channel, we love bringing a positive vibe. We love talking about what's on our mind. And mostly, we're here to build a community of acceptance and celebration. All are welcome, all genres, styles, types, anything like that. And we're going to celebrate you just for getting up and showing us that you want to create and for sharing this experience with us. We really appreciate that. If you want to show us a little bit of support just to kick it off, we're going to ask you to please like the video that you're watching right now and subscribe to this channel. After you click subscribe, you're going to see a little notification bell. You can hit that notification bell, and guess what? You'll be notified every time we're live. If you're joining us on Twitter or Twitch today, we want to invite you to follow us on those channels, shoot us DMs, messages, get in the chat so that we know you're here. Give us a what's up or an emoji, and always hit us up. We want to talk to you. We want you to shoot us a DM. We want you to tell us about what you think about the art, ask us questions, or if you're an artist and you want to join us, we will throw this out there. We do have an interview series. We would love to bring you on here. If you don't want to show your face, you don't have to. Mostly, we're going to let you tell us the story behind your art and what inspires you. And if you're a regular here, you know we can show you all the art. If you're not a regular, stick around because you're going to see some really cool art today. We appreciate your support. My name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus. This is Kartik NFT in all the places. Kartik, man, how you doing today? How's your
Doing
Thursday,
real
bro?
good, bro. Doing really good. Woke up this morning. I was in spaces for a little bit. Jumped in a couple of chill spaces just to listen, and then I went into music space, and it was pretty cool. One of the ladies we met before was a beatboxer. Remember Zoe? I don't know if you
Yeah.
remember.
And we
Yeah, so
have we featured her in one of the earlier episodes. I don't
mhm.
know exactly which one it was, but you can look back and look for Zoe Sideways.
She like beatboxed in that Dill room, and he was like, "Man, that was so tight." And then it was just cool because she was saying she's always dedicated her life to music, and she's just happy there's a Web3 community. And she was just like, saying like, "Y'all, everybody accepts her there, for who she is and the music she's doing." I don't know. I thought it was real cool just to hear that, and then just to see a group of people that are just into music, just there to support. That's the one thing cool about this community. So it's cool to be reinvigorated and just reminded that again this morning.
Yeah, I think it really, and I love she just keeps it real.
Mm-hmm.
And I know she doing that on her Twitter, revealing a lot about her journey, and then also just like always, just like a great time to talk to. If you don't remember, we featured the project before. She's like, if you buy the NFT, you get a free beatbox lesson from her, which has been like a dream of mine. I'm obsessed with beatbox TikTok movies, videos or whatever. Like, dude, I'll be like DJing in a Twitter space and then like be right into like beatbox TikToks, just like, what the hell am I doing? It's go to sleep, dude. I can't, man. I got actually, and I'm over here talking like this, like I want it. And she offered one to me, and I still haven't scheduled that. So I got to get on that, man. I'm gonna use this community right here to hold me accountable to that.
Beatbox TikToks. That sounds like a tight name as well.
Beatbox TikToks.
But yeah, so it was cool just to be in that, and then just chilling there, and then now we're here, about to review some cool artists that we kind of came across the last couple of days. So just kind of excited about that, man.
Yeah. Artists for artists. So you guys will kick off this next section here. Let's do it. Let's start diving into some art.
Let's
Kartik, you
do
want to
this,
kick us
bro.
off?
Yeah, so Deekay Motion. So I thought this was pretty cool. He's been an animator for a while. It looks like kind of he makes VHS video game kind of style. Looks like Mario kind of style graphics and things like that. Mario stuff and the Nintendo 64 and Nintendo kind of series and stuff. But what I thought was interesting, man, he just recently sold this top left piece, actually. If you want to look at it, I think he sold it to Snoop Dogg as Avatar Cosmo de Medici, but I think it went for like a mil from what I believe. But yeah, let's check it out. Yeah, so yeah, the piece is called Life and Death. You know what I thought was cool about it? It played on a little bit of Donkey Kong from back in the day.
Yeah, it
And
does remind
also
me of Donkey Kong.
and also you remember the game Life? I don't know, the board game, if you remember that. It was just kind of like Monopoly, not Monopoly-esque, but that type of board game where except it's just about life and you're going through life. But yeah, man. So I thought that was just a cool thing. Yeah, you can see there Cosmo de Medici is Snoop's avatar name. I think that's in the NFT space that kind of tries to collect art and such. But this guy's been doing it for a while. DK's been doing it for a while, and it looks like he has really dope art. I just wanted to kind of highlight him in this. I saw his article a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago that said that the sale went through, but I was like, man, we haven't done a series on him, so let's check him out.
Yeah, it looks like Snoop bought it from him for $1 million. 310 ETH, if I'm reading that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can kind of see how it like traded its way up. That's just so cool. I think that's something that's really cool about this art space. Or these look like offers. Look at him. He just held out. He's like, nah, I can do better. That's so cool. It's cool, the transparency that you can go see that, and it's and the art itself is just so much fun. Honestly, that's just the vibe I get. Like, I might be a little priced out personally as a collector, but that doesn't mean that we can't experience it. And I like this one really stuck out to me just because it has like some like Spider-Man. It's just like a lot of fun. It's just fun with the music and like man, it would be fun to get him on the show and like, or her, I don't know, and hear more about like what inspired them to create this. But yeah, like I see what you're saying. It's got like a lot of nostalgia.
Right. Yeah, so back in the day when like Nintendo dropped like first version of it, you had a lot of video games that kind of look like this with this type of gameplay in it.
Yeah, where it's like the background is kind of like this animated 8-bit vibe. Correct. And the characters are like moving in front of it. But like dude, how many fighting games does this remind you of? Yeah. And one I jumped back to ironically was the Ninja Turtles, old school Ninja Turtles game, and like the arcade game, and then like this background just reminds me of that. But dude, I love it. It's got the ETH. Sorry, we didn't get his music in there, but we can. That's really cool. Great find, man. Thanks for sharing. Sure. We had the graphic up, but we'll remind everybody, if anything that you see speaks out to you and you want to join these communities with these amazing artists we're showing, all the links to their stuff is in the description below. So if you're watching at home or you're watching this later, make sure that you check that out. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let me get the music back on because I know that this project doesn't have music. Okay, so where are we? Okay, I'm going to do a little camera reset before we move to the next segment. All right, so this is a project that we've covered on the show before, but I wanted to follow up because they minted a pretty awesome project last night. And it's called the Ape Liquid, and the project is the Liquid Legends. I thought it was really cool. I really like the artwork. I mean, not financial advice. I am definitely like interested in this project myself. Like I own I have a membership, and I did buy some of these NFTs last night. I'm not advised. I mean, do whatever you want. I would do the research. I don't think you're going to be too disappointed when you find it. But again, we're not financial advisors, so we do have to advise against that. But yeah, I got a couple of these. I just think it's cool. It's the artist is the guy that created Earthworm Jim. Speaking of nostalgia, I mean, you can kind of see that style. I just think it's cool. It's a lot of these characters. You can also kind of see the influences of the Ape Liquid team. Like they have a lot of other NFTs that look there's like, you can see where some of these come from. But I just think it looks cool. It's a cool team. They're dropping all sorts of knowledge on people and introducing people to this NFT space in a really interesting way. You can participate in the Discord for free. They drop all sorts of security knowledge that I think is really interesting in their Discord, like how to disconnect sites from your MetaMask, how to like clear the cache in your MetaMask to help prevent like security issues. They give you tips like, use like a different browser for like all of your kind of like crypto transactions. It's just really interesting stuff. And I appreciate communities that like give back by giving dope art. That's really cool. But also like if they have experience, there's experience to be shared. So I just think it's cool, and I wanted to show the art.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I like these ones that are a little tripped out, the multiple eyes or the alien eyes. Guess some of the triangles. You see a lot of yellow, white, black color palette on all of these actually. And
Yeah, let's see if we can find. I'll show you the one that I got, or one of the ones I got. My favorite one that I got. It's kind of like because it has these like Heisenberg-esque characters, is what it reminds me of. If you saw Breaking Bad.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, here I am. Yeah.
That's right.
This one's mine. You know what else is really cool is like they announced it live on the space last night. So I want you to do your own research to make sure that but like it's recorded space. So, but the artist is giving full IP to the NFT owner. So not just like commercial rights like Bored Ape Yacht Club does and stuff like that, just like the full thing. You can do whatever you want. I could take this and print it on a t-shirt. Like that was the example he gave in the space last night. Okay. So I just think that's another cool aspect to this project. But yep.
It's real cool, man. Yeah,
actually here you can.
Yeah, it is.
So I got my this is one of my HODL. But yeah, you can kind of see the artwork. These are the ones this is my collection. But and don't forget to buy Kartik. Okay, cool. All the links are in the description below, except for the link to this specific page. But you can find your way there if you copy what I just did. If you're interested in the project, I think that they're still minting some. There's so many ways to get involved in it. It's really interesting. Check out the links. Kartik, you wanna keep us? You wanna show us hoppers?
Yeah. So this is another artist I found, ARTIN GHOKASIYAN. It goes by Shaka Blood on Instagram. I actually found him on Instagram, but I like the art, man. It was just honestly like very colorful, cartoonish, kind of 3D art that has lots of colors on it. Geared, it kind of has like a children's kind of vibe on some of the art, but then you have aspects of just like 3D. I see these bunnies. It kind of reminds me of Donnie Darko. I don't know, just for me, man. but
yeah, I mean, we can check out some more of the bunnies.
Okay.
This one looks like a video. Oh, this must be like a hype video.
Yeah, so it's like butterfly flying around, like Easter eggs with the egg popping out with the bunny in it. And his bunnies kind of look little robotish, transhuman kind of robot style. But yeah, I just think it's cool, just surreal type of art, but kind of collage with different kind of animation characters. I just thought it was a pretty cool amalgamation of art this artist is making, honestly.
Yeah, I love to see a diversity. He's got ETH, he's got Tezos on Hikat Nunk. And then we did pull up some of his collections here.
Hopper's World.
Yeah.
So I think this is like his university's building in the NFT space.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a couple of collections that are doing really well. I liked this one, so I thought we could show it. But
googly eyes, dude.
Googly eyes. It's like arts and crafts project gone pretty trippy.
Whenever I hear googly eyes, I think of Project Pat's song, Googly Boogly.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many of these backgrounds look really interesting. Let's see, is this one like a buy now situation? Yeah, some of these are buy now. I mean, honestly, with the volume traded, it seems like you have to do your own research. I'm really experiencing this for the first time with you guys live. But I mean, this seems pretty affordable with that kind of volume traded, honestly. Just from our experience, but we're not financial advisors. But we can remind you that all the links are in the description below. So if you like it and you want one, you can buy it now. And you can join a community, and you can join his Discord to do a little research before you buy it and see what his community is like. And mostly you can just go and support artists that you think are tight. And that's a great opportunity for me to remind you guys of this. When you're going down on your way to find the link to get a hopper yourself, don't forget to like and subscribe. We appreciate your support. If you're on YouTube and you can like this video for us, that would be awesome. And if you can subscribe to us and then click that notification bell so you know when we're live, that would be awesome. And if you're on Twitter or Twitch, you can follow us in those places too and click that same bell so that you're notified when we're live. Because we're going to be live daily on all these channels now, you guys. Kartik and I are committed to it. We want to get to you however we can. We're super focused on YouTube because we like that anybody can join and they can join the chat and we can engage with you there. But regardless, hit us up, man. Come into our community, or lady, or they, whatever. However you identify yourself, your gender, you're welcome here.
Here we believe everybody's an artist, so it's just about you bringing your art and you vibing with it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with Kartik. Okay, this is an artist I just found on Twitter, but I loved his perspective. I loved what he was offering. I love that a lot of his actors or actresses or whomever are of African descent, it looks. I'm logged in as DJ Feed is here. That's pretty fun. Let's show some of his pictures. I'm going to show some of my favorite. Kartik, if you see any. I just think it looks so cool, man. I mean, the colors, the texture, the perspective, it's like more than a photo. There's like you know that there's a story behind all of these people. I mean, I just think there's so much beauty and excellence in all people of all types and all colors, and I appreciate artists that bring that out. You know, I think a lot of times people are like obsessed with like skinny white people, just to be blunt about it. And so I feel blessed that this space has brought me personally and my journey of artist into a place where we celebrate all. And I think this artist just does a really good job of it.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about this space is like you get to see the media perspective worldwide, right? And a lot of the art that's come out of the U.S. because they were able to first broadcast a lot of things has kind of a Western slant to it. So now to see this space kind of grow, you get to see the beauty of all these cultures and how they're exposed and how they're represented in the whole world.
And she has beautiful hair, dude. Look at all that hair. Yeah, I couldn't agree. I think we're on the same tip. I couldn't agree more. And we love featuring artists like this. So we do want to encourage any artist to come on here. But
wherever they're from,
wherever you're from, but through Palmer's Eyes, Palmer, if you want to come kick it, we'd love to have you here. And if you're interested in supporting or participating, remember, you can just head over to YouTube, NFT ART TALK, and then all the links are in the description below. I don't know if Twitter lets us do that. I think it's just the title, and we'll have to figure it out with Twitch. But we want to put artists on. That's our goal here. So thank you so much for inspiring us, all the artists today. And without further ado, eventually we'll have transitions. Welcome to the news portion. We're going to talk about some of our hot topics. That was I'm already beatboxing, bro. I already got it. I don't even what am I talking about? I'm just hating on myself. Kartik, you wanna kick off the hot topic section for us?
Yeah, so Jack Dorsey's first tweet NFT went on sale for 48 million and it ended up with a top bid of $280. So I just kind of wanted to say this example. I know when it was getting all hyped earlier last year, I think when the Metacoven buy of the Beeple stuff started going on, people were like, oh, this is a piece of history. And it could be, but it's still a lot of speculation, right? Like, so just funny, this guy buying this tweet, the guy that was owning the majority of the company then, Jack, who started the company, he was thinking like, this is going to be worth a lot of money. And, you know, that's just pure speculation, honestly. I know as an artist, at the end of the day, art speaks to people. I think that's why you see the Da Vinci's, the Van Goghs, Picasso's, and all that, because the art is something that represents something even bigger than just text, right? So I just kind of wanted to show this out there, even like you thinking like, oh, this and that as an NFT is going to make me this money. Well, it's like pure speculation. And this is a pure example of it. This guy was speculating it's going to be worth a lot. And it could be one day, but as right now in the market, like I always look at it like, yeah, it's cool. It's a tweet, it's a text, but like, what does that make me feel as an artist? That's what I'm looking to represent when I display something to somebody. And I know that feeling from the art piece is the connection that that person has to it, and they want to be a part of that movement. Now, I'm not sure if like just buying a text tweet is going to be worth something, because it's like, how do you identify a movement? What can you do with that? What does it make you feel like? I mean, though some people can connect to it like that, but you shouldn't just be speculating on, you know, this is going to be worth that much and this much. I always just say, hey, as an artist, and we should look at everybody as an artist, we want to come in here and support that artist to grow their art form even more. And that's why this NFT movement is happening.
This is a really interesting strategy. Yeah, I didn't include all the links here. You can you saw how we did that though. We just like click through, but yeah, I vibe on what you're saying. I mean, I think the collectors kind of and the community and often decide how valuable something is, especially, I mean, pretty much everything, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Even like, we don't have to go there right now. You can hit us up off topic and we can rant about it. But even like the price of the cryptocurrency itself, or even that the dollar is valuable, like any of this stuff is all decided by the community of people. And you know, for me personally, and this is just my opinion, 110%, but like $10,000 for a screenshot of a tweet is pretty impressive. I think it's impressive that the market says, yeah, I'm interested in this, you know? Mm-hmm. And like, I mean, like these profiles, look, they're just tweets. They're just tweets from specific times, which, like you said, it and people laugh at that, but at the same time, it's like, well, people find that important, and we have a place to allow that. And so I'm not talking shit at all. I just think it's an interesting perspective as an artist. Like, you know, it's like you can look at this and you can say this is a screenshot of a tweet, or you can look at this and say this is a moment in time captured that like changed the scope of the world. And certainly the minute, even though and whenever Twitter was invented, it did not, but that was like the beginning of this journey of what's happening in the NFT space. So I do see why that's valuable. Thank you for taking us down that road, man. That was really awesome. And in that same note, almost unintentionally, the article I pulled off is kind of a similar story. This is just about an article about, this article is really interesting, and I want you to read it, or else we wouldn't be talking about it. But, you know, this guy basically, did he sell it to himself? Did he accidentally sell it to someone? Who knows? But essentially, they're pieces of art that are valued somewhere between $50,000 and $300,000 that were sold recently for, I think, like combined $400. And this article kind of talks about all the scenarios of why something like that could happen, which is why I thought it was interesting to bring to light, especially if you're just kind of learning about NFTs. It talks about how, like, okay, is this like a tax thing where it's like this guy or girl is like selling it to himself as like a separate identity to like devalue it a little bit. You know, it talks about how the communities kind of were like, dude, what are you doing? Like the floor of this right now is 110 ETH, meaning the cheapest one that you can buy. is 110 ETH, which is like almost 300 grand or something like that. Like, don't go selling it for cheaper and hurting the value of the entire community. It like talks about all this stuff in this article, but it brings back to what Kartik was just saying about how. So go read the article. Links are in the description. If you're on YouTube, and if you're not, get to YouTube and find them. But it brings it back to this whole concept of like, the market also bears the value, and it's up to us and I'll only add to that. It's like up to us as artists to determine where that value starts. So if you're an artist watching this, we just want to remind you that you get to decide. I think that might be my closing remarks here today, is like, you get to decide how much yours is worth. Your hustle will determine that value. And just because the market says, oh, this is worth this or this is worth that, we want you to remember that it's you out there that gets to that stands up for yourself, and says like, well, you know what, I'm an artist, and this is how much it's worth because this is how much time I put into it, and this is how much, and this is the story. Like that tweet, you don't know where someone's going to come from. And then like that article we showed you at the end, you don't know if somebody's playing their own game, messing with your art. So like, just know your worth and don't rely on everybody else, and understand the market you're entering, and yeah, like just spread creativity, and the rest of it will come.
I agree. It's just about creating the art every day and putting it out there. I'll always go back to like, I didn't think anybody would be buying music video art pieces I'd necessarily made just to promote my music. And then one day people like saw value in it. As an artist or a creator, you're just creating it so that you could feel something and give it out to the world. And that price, there's no price or quantity identifiable with that really. And it's up to the artist what they want that to be, right? And so I totally agree with Moshe, and just keep on and keep on making NFTs and keep on supporting the community. I think that's the biggest message.
And don't short sell yourself. If you know in your heart this is what you need to be doing, or this is what you're worth, then live that into life. If it's not what's happening now, like, manifest that shit, because you really can. And I'm gonna leave with that note. Kartik, any other closing?
That's about it. We're gonna have a Twitter space tonight where we'll be streaming music later tonight around 7:30. So just come through if you're on Twitter. Me, Moshe, DJ Fetus, and DJ Yiki will be there. And yeah, we'll just be hanging out, checking out music, and vibing to it.
Yeah, guys, and if you're a musician, don't forget to come with your tracks. You can send them to us in the DMs, and we'll use our professional DJ equipment to stream it out. And then you can come up and tell us a little bit about what got you excited about that song. Kartik and I are artists, musicians, all these things, but we definitely started our journey together as musicians. So we like to build this platform on Twitter Spaces for our fellow musicians to showcase what they're doing without feeling the burden of technology to keep them back. So we want to see you guys out there. We appreciate everyone. We'll see you guys live tomorrow, or join us tonight in the Twitter space. We appreciate you just the way you are. And one more time, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. We need your support. It's the way that we can keep doing it. And if you're not on YouTube, follow us on those channels. We can never self-promote enough, because we're in the same boat that we were just telling you. We're making this shit happen through manifestation and y'all's support. We appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Hopefully we'll see you tonight. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow on NFT ART TALK. Thanks for joining us, y'all.